What is up, good people? It is IG.con. We are back with episode 11 in our Elder Scrolls Online playthrough series. I'm here on Pamzilla, the Breton Templar, and this episode is all about scribing. And this is just going to be a breakdown. We're going to read through a written guide here, actually, what ESO likes to print or says what scribing is, essentially. And I'm going to give my little input on each thing. And then in the next episode, we will actually start questing through scribing. We're going to unlock it. We're going to play through the storyline. We're going to enjoy it all. We're going to play through all the Wings of the Dragon, the Indrik, the Netch, all that good stuff, and actually see what it's about. You know, dive into the lore and enjoy the questing. So that will be in a different video as to not have any spoilers. This one's just going to break down scribing in a nutshell for people out there that maybe are thinking about unlocking it, haven't unlocked it, or want to unlock it. So we're going to talk about what it is, how to do it, where to get it, how to unlock it, all that good stuff right now. As always, definitely like, subscribe, stay up to date when I put out content. It's completely free to do. It helps my channel grow. I do ramble a lot on these. I do apologize, but I like to cover everything and make sure it's thorough. So, yeah, comment down below if I missed anything or if you have anything to add to the conversation. Also, if you have any questions, something I missed, something you need a little more context or me to talk about a little bit more, comment down below and ask your questions in the comments, and I'm happy to answer those. I do check them regularly, so as always, feel free to comment down there with your questions. We're actually going to jump over here in the help section, and you can read through this on your own. So if you don't need me kind of going over it and adding in my input and my thoughts and opinions, go over there and read through this on your own, kind of browse through it. There's a lot of big words in here and a lot of things that are confusing, and I feel like I can help you better understand that being a newer player. So strap in, relax, and let's go ahead and dive in here. So we are in the scribing overview, and we're not going to read through all these, but we are going to read through most of them, and we're going to talk about them and break it down, why this isn't so important. And I do believe scribing is one of the first things you should do when creating a new character. It's like top 3 most important things you can do on an account when starting out in Elder Scrolls Online. Now, bear in mind, you have to be level 30 to actually go and start the quest and unlock this stuff. So it's not something you can do within your first week or whatever. Generally, it takes you a while to get to level 30. Bear that in mind. So, depending on how much you play, maybe you can do it sooner than others, but you do have a requirement to actually get into it. So, I guess before I cover all this, I can just kind of break it down. Scribing is you creating your own skills, essentially. You collect these things called scripts and grimoires. Grimoires are like a blank piece of paper. Scripts are specific things like poison damage or healing or flame damage, and you add these scripts to your grimoire, and then you craft it, and it creates a skill that you can use on your character, right? And these skills can be unique to your account, to your character. Other people obviously can collect things and create them as well, but it makes your account unique, and you can build things that you like to see or do with your character personally, right? It makes you more powerful. And that's kind of what scribing is, essentially. It's just building your own skills that you can use. To do it, you just come in your crown store and you go to quest starters. You grab your quest right here, it'll kick it off for you. Play through the quest line, it unlocks a bunch of great things, gives you access to these scripts, these grimoires, this luminous ink, as well as the altar where you can actually craft these and do the scribing of these skills. So this is the way to go about it and how to do it. 100% it's worth doing. I highly recommend it. Check it out. Now let's go into a deeper dive here, if you're still with me, on what it is, what it's about, and all that good stuff. So overview. Scribing is a unique and engaging system that allows you to collect and customize brand new skills. Scribing is part of a novel adventure where you'll discover a mystery in an ancient library and learn to shape the very heart of magic, which is badass, right? Come on now, that is sensational. The scribing quest content consists of 6 exciting new quests, and these quests are not for the faint of heart. If you're not spamming through the text and the dialogue, these quests can take you upwards of 10 to 12 hours to complete all 6. But they are amazing. They are worth reading through and enjoying. The voice acting, the story, the writing is phenomenal. I will be playing through these quests here on the channel in the next few episodes. Definitely like, subscribe, follow along, and watch through with me as I play through those. As you progress through these quests, your new allies will unlock access to the scribing system and materials. You'll gain the ability to purchase powerful grimoires, the basic templates for your unique and customizable new skills. Now, grimoires, like I said, I look at them as a blank piece of paper. It's how you start off with your skill, and then you add scripts to it to define what kind of skill it is. So that's how I view grimoires, as a blank piece of paper. These skills are then crafted as the scribing altar by adding powerful scripts to their pages. There are many different types of scripts, each of which fundamentally changes how the resulting scribed skill works, right down to who the skill targets and what kind of damage it does. So, how to access. Anyone in the world can loot scripts from defeating enemies, and you can claim scribing for free from the Crown Store. Additionally, your character must be at least level 30, or have unlocked champion system to access scribing. So level 30 is your kickoff point. If you're brand new to the game, you hit level 30, you can go and start this quest and unlock it. The lost art of scribing awaits. To begin your adventure, access the second era of scribing quest from the scribing collectible in the upgrades section of the collections menu, or simply seek out the adept Ernard Renault near the Mages Guild in Skingrad. And that also, they didn't add it in here, but you can actually find him at any Mages Guild in a capital city. So if you're Ebonheart Pack, go to Mournhold in Deshawn. You can find him by the Mages Guild. If you're Aldmeri Dominion, go to Grotwood, Eldenroot, and you can find him there by the Mages Guild. And now if you're Glenumber or you're Daggerfall Covenant, go to Wayrest and go to Stormhaven, and you'll find him there by the Mages Guild in the capital city. And that's how you find him for the 3 alliances, or like it says here, you can go to Skingrad. You can also grant yourself the second era of scribing quest starter via the Crown Store, which is the easiest, fastest way to do it. And that's the way we'll be doing it here on my account, so it'll make it simple. Scribing quest progress is specific to each character, and the full quest line is always available. Each character will have to complete the tutorial quest, the second era of scribing, to gain access to the Scalarium. Now, you can get a scribing altar and put it in your own personal home and scribe your own skills there. But to be able to use it and actually craft skills, you have to play through the second era of scribing quest. So, that being said, either way, you're still going to have to play through this quest line. For most people, playing through the quest line will give you access to the Scalarium, which has a scribing altar there in the Scalarium. And most people will be using that until you can purchase one for real-life money crowns in the game, or you can earn one in the game somehow and unlock it to put it in your house. So you will have to play through this quest no matter what to have access to making or to scribing skills in the game. However, once you complete a quest in the scribing quest line, the upgrades you gain from that quest are available to all characters on your account from that point forward. So, down here in Sigils of Luminary, once you've completed the Indrik, it'll allow you to get Luminous Ink rarely from defeating monsters. Now, once you've completed this on your main character, your first character, all the other characters you create will have access to this perk. Bear that in mind. They won't be able to scribe until they do that quest, but they will get access to having these drops, these rare drops, for them. They won't have to do the quest to get access to the rare drops, essentially, is what it's saying. It's saving you a ton of time. It's preventing you from having to do this 12-hour quest line on each of 20 characters. You know what I mean? It's really, really nice how they set it up. It's wonderful. So you can come in and read through grimoires, what they are, scripts, what they are, Luminous Ink, what it is, if you choose to. But like I said, grimoires are essentially just the base blank piece of paper for a skill. Scripts actually define what the skill is going to do, and you add these scripts to the grimoire to make the skill what it is. Luminous Ink is what you use to pay to apply those scripts to the grimoire, and it finalizes the skill essentially. It's like a premium currency, okay? So, and that's what those 3 things are. It breaks it down better here if you actually read through this. Luminous Ink, like this right here, you can actually have better chances of it dropping from defeated enemies, harvesting crafting materials, heavy sacks, or treasure chests by playing through each of these wings. So the wing of the Indrik, the wing of the Netch, wing of the Griffin, wing of the Dragon. So that's why you want to play through all 6 quest lines, or all 6 quests. It's because it's going to give you better access to Luminous Ink, as well as it'll give you a better drop chance of scripts throughout questing in Tamriel. So if you get this unlocked in the beginning and complete all these quests, it's going to give you a big jump on everything else. Believe you me. So, how to acquire these scripts. And this kind of breaks it down here. After completing the Wing of the Griffin, you're going to be able to find these focus scripts in these other places here. Signature scripts, you'll be able to find them in other places after completing the Wing of the Dragon. And then affect scripts, you'll be able to find them in all these locations after defeating the Wing of the Netch, or completing the mission, the Wing of the Netch. You will always have a chance that these scripts will drop naturally, but completing these wings increases that drop rate huge, like drastically. And after completing each of these wing quests, it will actually add these scripts to a, a vendor in the Scalarium and in the Infinite Archive, and it will rotate the scripts. And you can actually just go in there and purchase them for gold, so you're not randomly hoping they will drop from an enemy or a boss reward or something like that. You can actually just go and outright purchase them. But you need to pay attention and go in there and shop frequently, so if it does pop up, you can purchase it at that point. Now, the benefits of completing Scalarium wings are available on all characters across your account. That said, you cannot access the scribing altar of the Scalarium without completing the quest, the second era of scribing, on your other characters. So like I said, once you complete this quest, you can scribe on that character. If you don't complete the quest, you can still collect the ink and the scripts, but you have to use them on your character you completed the quest on to actually be able to scribe. So just bear that in mind. A variety of scripts will become available thanks to the generosity of the Mages Guild Archmagister upon completing the Wing of the Dragon. So after you complete the Wing of the Dragon, they will add in some scripts that you can just come and grab. Right here, Mages Guild. Any of these Mages Guilds in these towns, you can go there and get these scripts. Purchase them, I believe, after completing the Wing of the Dragon. It's huge. It's nice. It's going to give you a little boost. It's going to get you off on the right foot for scribing, essentially. Obviously, it's not going to be the best in slot stuff, because they're not going to give you easy access to that. You're actually going to have to go out and farm it, find it, purchase it, that type of thing. You can come in here and it tells you actually how to scribe the skills. Like I said, you set your grimoire in the altar, you apply scripts, and then you spend ink to apply them, and then you have your skill. It will be added to your skill tree. You can go in, put it on your hotbar, and then you have your skills to be able to use. Now, Class Mastery Signature Scripts. After completing the quest, The Wing of the Dragon, the magic of the Dragon Luminary causes mystical scraps of a potent signature script to begin appearing across Tamriel. You can acquire the Class Mastery Signature Script by combining 50 Class Script scraps. And you'll get the scraps from doing any of these said things right here. They have a chance to drop. Once you have 50 of them, you can actually consume them from your inventory. You just click on them, use all 50. It's going to give you a Class Mastery Signature Script to learn on your character. And it'll be different for Templars, Nightblades, Necromancers, so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? They are Class Mastery Signature. They're signature to your class. They are badass. They are awesome. Really unique. They're really cool. It's something you're going to want to work towards getting, and once you have it, you're going to want to use it more than likely. So, and this is just the different ways you can read through here. After completing the Wing of the Dragon, you can get it from these said places, so bear that in mind. It's definitely worth doing. Now, I'm actually, like I said, in the next episode, we're going to start questing through it. We're going to play through it in order. We're going to complete all the wings of the luminaries, so we have access to all this stuff. And then we will go start main questing, and as we play through the game, we're just going to have access to all these goodies, essentially, because we've completed this. We want to get it out of the way as soon as possible. So, Sigils of the Luminaries. Completing the quest associated with each wing of the Scalarium grants you the relevant Luminary's sigil. This sigil represents the Luminary's commitment to the Scalarium and their connection to the altar. Each sigil unlocks an account-wide collectible, which grants characters on your account certain benefits. So once you've completed the quest, the Sigil of the Luminary Indrik, it's going to unlock the Scalarium vendor Ferrando. So you can go there and purchase scripts and grimoires from him. It affects his stocks, what he actually carries and sells. It's going to add in the Gold Road launch grimoires. It's also going to allow luminous ink to be found rarely when defeating monsters. And you're going to kill millions of bad guys in this game throughout questing and playing. So why not have a chance of luminous ink dropping? And if you're not using the luminous ink, you can sell it on guild traders or whatever and get gold for it. You know what I'm saying? So this is just free money for doing a quest, essentially. So definitely get this done as soon as you can. Now, if you continue to play through the quest line and you complete the Sigil of the Luminary Griffin, it's going to add focus scripts as a possible reward from these different avenues. It's also going to add in some focus scripts on a rotating selection. So every week it's going to rotate what he sells at these vendors. So in the Infinite Archive and in the Scalarium, there's two different vendors. And it's just going to rotate the selection, essentially, that you can purchase. And you'll just check back once a week to see what he's selling each week and decide if you want to buy them. So that's something cool. When you unlock this, it's going to give you more options. It's also going to allow Luminous Ink to rarely drop from heavy sacks. I don't know about you, but I pick up 5 to 10 heavy sacks usually on a regular basis, every couple hours of gameplay generally when I'm questing. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less, but I pick up quite a few. Why not have a chance of getting Luminous Ink, right? That's why it's definitely worth doing. Now, the Sigil of the Luminary Dragon, if you play through that quest, which you should, it's going to add signature scripts as a possible reward from these different options. It's also going to unlock a rotating selection of those signature scripts from both those vendors. This is when you actually unlock the Mages Guild subsidized script chase, outlined in the related help file, which we covered. You can go to any of those Mages Guilds in the base game, Mages Guild section towns, and you can get those scripts that they have. They will be general, they will be not fantastic, more than likely. They'll just be generalized scripts, but you will have access to them upon completing the Luminary Dragon. Next, you also unlock Class Mastery Signature Script Chase. Again, we talked about that, why it's so important. It's going to give us a badass skill for our class, essentially. It's really, really cool. And that's all upon completing the Luminary Dragon. It's also going to give us the chance to get Luminous Ink to rarely drop from treasure chests. Now, I don't know about you, but I love collecting treasure chests, going around, opening them, seeing what I get. It's like playing the lottery, a scratch ticket. You know what I mean? So, now upon completing the Sigil of the Luminary Netch, it's going to add affix scripts as a possible reward from these daily events. It's going to unlock the rotating selection of affix scripts in both the vendors, and it's going to allow Luminous Ink to rarely drop when harvesting crafting materials. So any node you pick up out in the wild, whether it's an alchemy plant, a mining node, a cloth node, a woodworking node, like a piece of timber, when you mine that, you're going to have a chance of Luminous Ink to drop. That's huge. I pick up tons of nodes, and having a chance of the ink to drop is just phenomenal. So, as an account-wide unlocks, these benefits are available immediately upon playing other characters. So once I've unlocked them here on my main character for my account, any character I create after this and I start playing will have access every time to get this Luminous Ink from these avenues, essentially. You only have to do it on your main character to get access to these rare drops. So just bear that in mind. Now, however, you must still complete the quest, the second era of Scribing, to give that character access to the Scribing altar in the Scalarium. So if you want another character to be able to scribe, you do have to play through the quest again for them to be able to scribe also. But you only need to scribe on one character, so there's no reason to do that, okay? Believe you me. If you have completed the Wing of the Indrict, Chronicler Ferrandil will be at his station in the Scalarium immediately upon completing the second era of Scribing. So if you wish to purchase those scripts on an alternate character or a second or third character, you will need to play through this intro quest, and then he will pop up and you can go and purchase scripts from him on a weekly basis. So there are pros and cons. There's a potential that you will play through this multiple times on multiple characters, but in reality you only really have to do it on your main character one time. So take for that what you will. I hope I didn't confuse you more than help you. Like I said, comment down below if you have any questions that I can answer further in depth or clarify on. Otherwise, definitely subscribe and like. I will be, next episode, we're going to dive into the quest line. We're going to pick up the quest, and we're going to go play through it. And you're going to actually get to see me do some scribing, enjoying the quest line, seeing what it's about. It'll explain it more in depth, and it'll give us a better understanding, essentially. I can explain it better as I'm doing it, rather than just my words and you staring at this text and my badass-looking Pamzilla, right? It's a little confusing. It's hard to see. It's hard to put a picture to, right? You get lost staring into the eyes of Pamzilla, I must say. Alright, definitely like, subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.